Well, hello, welcome to this week's edition of What's Up Danville. I'm your host, Mark Aaron, Multimedia Design Manager for the City of Danville. This week I have as my guest Russell Carter, who is a Communications Specialist for Parks and Recreation here in the City of Danville. We're out at the Welcome Center, which has been decorated for the holiday season and is going to match our theme perfectly for this week's show. We're going to tell you about all the great holiday festivities here in the City of Danville. And Russell, I know we've got a long list of activities that are going to be taking place throughout the month of December. So first off, I want to let our viewers at home know that we have the brochure, the City Currents brochure, which is out currently. You can pick it up on the Riverwalk Trail. There's a lot of different businesses across the city that have the brochure. And if you've signed up for any programs, in the last year, you got one mailed to you as well, right?
Yeah, that's right. We put the brochure, we try to get it out as many places as we can.
Yeah.
So there's about 4 or 5 boxes out on the trail that you can grab one. You can also pick one up at the Brick on Main Street. You can pick one up at the Coffee Emporium on Main Street. Right. We also, like you said, if you've signed up for the program the last 2 years, you've got one in the mail.
Yeah.
But if you'd like one in the mail and you haven't received one, you can just email me. It's carterr@danvilleva.gov. And I'll add you that list, and we'll send you one to your house, so you don't even have to go out and get one.
That's great. And it's got not only all the holiday information, but a lot of great programs that will take you through the winter months here in the City of Danville, so you can pack your schedule full of great things that Parks and Recreation has to offer here in the City of Danville. But Russell, let's focus on the holiday season, and really starting on the 6th of December, we're going to get busy, and that's the holiday market, which has become a don't miss event here in the City of Danville. A lot of great items. If you're looking to grab some items for your Christmas list, get holiday items for family members, this is really the place to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, the holiday market, this is the 5th year that we'll have it. It is actually we have a holiday bazaar in November, and we had so many people come to that, and so many people that wanted to be vendors, and we ran out of space, so we had to have the market to kind of fill that overflow. So, it's amazing how many people come out, and we have everything from you can get a knitted hat, sweaters. There's handmade there's baked goods, there's handmade jewelry, there's a lot of items like that.
It's a lot of unique items, and if you're looking for, like I said, a unique item for your loved one that you're not going to find anywhere else, the holiday market is that place, because a lot of the stuff is handmade. I think that's a requirement, actually, to even be a vendor there at this event. It has to be handmade, so you're going to get a lot of great items at that. And then also, I know Santa's going to be on hand, so if you've got kids at home, there's going to be breakfast with Santa.
Yeah, absolutely. The market will run from 8 until 2, and then we'll have a pancake breakfast sponsored by the Girl Scouts of the Girl Scout Club of Danville, and that'll go from 8 to 11. Right. And it's first come, first serve. It's free, but get there early because pancakes go quick. Sure. And then Santa will be there, and he'll walk around and mingle with the crowd and take pictures and everything. So
yeah, so if the kids out there at home have their wish list ready, you can come and share it with Santa on the 6th of December. That is on Saturday. The holiday market is down at the community market at the crossing at the Dan. I'm sure you're very familiar with that location. It will be packed full of vendors, and as Russell mentioned, breakfast with Santa, the hours of that will be
8 to 11.
8 to 11.
That's
Get
right.
there early, as Russell said. In years past, they've been lined out the door ready to eat breakfast with Santa, and then after you have breakfast and pancakes with Santa that morning, get you some holiday items at the holiday market.
Yeah, and that's also if you haven't got your tree yet, and you do a live tree. Owen's Farm will be there selling live trees and wreaths, beautiful trees that they bring, and it's just they're amazing that they're locally grown. You can just come and get it and take it home and set it up.
That's great, and as Russell mentioned, supporting these local vendors is always a plus. It's great to support them, to have them come back each and every year. A lot of these people do this on the side, but some of them it is a full-time job where they set up at these different events and festivals around the region. So it's always great to support local when you can and get that unique item for Christmas. And this will be one of the first times you can do that here in the City of Danville. So.
That's right, and it's amazing the craftsmanship of a lot of these items.
Yeah.
When they had the one in November, there were some hats and scarves that I thought, surely these are store-bought. They're just trying to pull one over us. But no, absolutely, they're handmade, just beautiful items, and from woodwork to knitting and everything. So it's really amazing.
That's great. And Russell mentioned this is the 5th year we've had the holiday market, and we look forward to seeing it grow this year and for many years to come. So come on out. If you've never been out to the holiday market, it's on Saturday, December the 6th. Things will get started at 8 with breakfast with Santa, and then it runs until 2 o'clock,
That's
right?
correct.
All right. We'd love to see you out there at the community market on the 6th. And then later that afternoon, another great tradition here in our community, it's the lighting of the community Christmas tree in Blue Park. And I know that's always a special event. We've been doing that for many years here in the community, right, Rob?
Oh yeah, that's a long-standing event. It's a great event, and it's always well supported by the community. We look forward to it every year, and Santa Claus is nice enough to stay with us all day. So after the market, he comes out to there to meet with the kids out there as well. So.
And that is a free event at Blue
That's
Park.
right.
And I know the Schoolfield Elementary School choir will be singing some holiday hymns, right?
That's right. Yeah, we'll have the tree lighting, and then we'll go inside, and we'll have the Schoolfield choir there singing, and then we'll have some snacks and treats, and of course Santa will be there as well.
All right. And it's great to hear that Santa won't be heading back to the North Pole after the holiday market. He'll be sticking around for the afternoon. So if you can't get to the holiday market and have breakfast with Santa, come on out and see him at Blue Park at 4 o'clock for the community Christmas tree lighting. And you can go in and experience some great holiday tunes from the elementary school choir there at Schoolfield Elementary. So we'd love to see you out. That'll be at 4 o'clock on the 6th on Saturday. So Russell, we're kind of just scratching the surface here on things that are happening, but I do want to take us in to the next weekend, and there's 2 more events that'll be happening. One will be on Friday night, and that'll be on the 12th, and this is the Luminary Trail Walk, and this is something my family has done together for many years, and it's always really exciting. Tell me a little bit about this, because I know last year they changed location. It was on the Riverwalk Trail down at Danville Park, but last year they moved it to the community market area, the Railroad Trestle Bridge, right? Is that where it's going to be this year?
That's correct. They moved it. It was a threat of rain. They thought, well, let's put it down there, and if we have to go into the market, we can.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be just a beautiful event. It was, I think, 6 degrees last year, but it was really cold. But yeah, it's down at the kind of the crossing train trestle area. Just beautiful, walking across the river and seeing the lights from Main Street shining on the river. But it'll be down there, and that'll be Friday night.
And that's always a great time, even with the chill in the air. Do they still serve the hot cocoa and roasting the marshmallows and everything on site?
That's it. It's kind of like a classic Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
They'll have the hot chocolate. We'll do the roasted marshmallows, and then they'll do some Christmas carols. We got some groups that come and sing on the trail, and it's just really neat. And the trail's so beautiful, anyways. It's just really neat.
It is a wonderful setting to see the luminaries line up across the Trestle Bridge, and as you mentioned, different groups from the community come out and sing your traditional holiday hymns, and it's great family atmosphere. Again, another free event for the citizens of Danville during the holiday season. So we'd love to see you out for the Luminary Trail Walk again. That'll be on Friday, December the 12th, and that'll get started about 6 p.m. Is that right, Russ?
That's correct.
All right. So, and again, it'll be at the community market, the crossing at the Dan Complex, and you can spend a good hour and a half out there after you make the walk. Come back and roast you some marshmallows, drink you some hot chocolate, and maybe it'll be cool enough for that. As Russell mentioned, last year it was in single digits. I think it was really cold. Maybe it won't be that cold this year.
Polar vortex came through. Yeah.
We'll just take maybe 30, 32 degrees. Will be fine.
Let's see if we have some snow on that'd be more magical.
Right. But it is a magical atmosphere, and we'd like to thank all the groups that do support us for that event that come out and sing those Christmas carols to the groups, and they always do a great job, and the kids love having to sing along with that. So look forward to seeing you out on that Friday evening. And then on Saturday, of course, the big event that many of the citizens of the city of Danville have been waiting for since last year, and that's the Riverview Rotary Christmas Parade.
That's right.
Again, that'll be held in downtown Danville. It'll be a night parade again this year. It'll be on Saturday night, December the 13th, but things will get started at 7 p.m. this year. I think that's a little later start time because we're going to have a little fun before the prayer parade this year, right? Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's right. This year, for the first time ever, we're going to have the Ugly Sweater Run.
All right.
So basically what we're going to do is, since the parade route's already closed and there's people lining up, we'll, about 15 minutes before the parade, about 6:45, we will just let the runners go, and we'll basically be a 5K down the parade route, and they'll kind of finish up. And put on your ugly sweater and come on out. It's a pet-friendly event. Just come out and run.
No registration, just show up and run, right?
That's correct. There's no registration. All the runners will meet at the corner of Broad and Main where the parade starts,
Okay.
and basically just run the route.
That's great. And as I mentioned, the parade will start at 7 p.m. and it'll be the normal route that will go down Main Street, take a right onto Craghead, and end up right there at the community market, I think is where everything ends, correct?
That's correct, yes.
All right, and I know we have, as many of you have been to the parade in years past, it's always a grand event. Last year we got a little bit of rain. We hope that rain holds off this year, but it's always a great atmosphere. Wonderful floats, over 150 entries, I think, in years past. Probably be something similar this year, but and I think the theme this year is Holiday Future, right?
That's correct, Christmas Future.
Christmas Future. So, and I think the Rotarians' children are actually the Grand Marshals this year. So, the future of the city of Danville will be leading the parade route, and there'll be a lot of great things going on during the parade that year. And River City TV will be broadcasting the parade this year. So throughout the month of December, you will have the times listed on our bulletin board where you can tune in. If you can't make it out to the parade on the 13th, you can watch it right here on River City TV. So, Russell, we're going to have to take a quick break. When we come back from break, we're just halfway through the month of December. We're already talking about 5 or 6 great programs that are going on, but I know we've got a lot going on towards the end of the month as well. So when we come back from break, we'll let you know about some other holiday events that are taking place towards the end of the month of December. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Well, welcome back to this week's edition of What's Up Danville. I'm your host, Mark Aaron, Multimedia Design Manager for the City of Danville. My guest this week, Russell Carter, who's Communications Specialist for Parks and Recreation. And we're talking about all the great holiday events that are taking place here in the City of Danville. In the first half of the show, we brought you up to probably the second week in December. We got a lot of great things going on. We've got the holiday market. We've got the Luminary Trail Walk. We've got what else, Russell, am I missing?
We got the Christmas parade.
The Christmas parade.
Tree lighting.
The tree lighting ceremony. And we're talking about a lot of great events taking place here in the City of Danville on this week's show. And as you all are familiar with, the City Currents brochure, the winter brochure, is out now, and you can pick that up at different locations across the city. And as Russell mentioned in the first half of the show, if you'd like to get on the listserv to receive this brochure and you haven't taken part in any Parks and Recreation program in the last 2 years, all you have to do is email Russell, the email address there on the screen. He'll get you on the listserv, and starting with the next brochure, you'll receive one in the mail, right, Russell?
That's correct.
Very good. And if you are out on the trail anytime, there are different boxes at different places along the route on the trail that have the brochure as well, right?
Yeah, that's correct. We have one, we try to hit the trailheads.
Okay.
So at the crossing, down at Dan Daniel, at Union Street, there are boxes there. We also just put one up at the Main Street, in the new plaza.
Okay, very good. So there's a lot of different locations where you can pick up the City Currents brochure and stay up to date on all the great things happening within Parks and Recreation. And in the first half of the show, as I mentioned, we touched on the first 2 weeks in December and some of the holiday activities. And one that we're going to touch on here in the second half of the show is a favorite with my kids, and that is Santa Calling. And that's actually where you get a call from Old St. Nick from the North Pole, or one of his elves, and Mrs. Claus will even get on the phone every once in a while, I think, and talk to you a little bit. But that's always a fun time for the kids. And Russell, I know you have to pre-register through ActiveNet, the software that Parks and Recreation registers their programs through to get involved in this program, right?
Well, we actually made it a little easier this year. That was
perfect.
the way of the case. But this year, if you go on our website, playdanvilleva.com, if you hover over programs and events, you'll see calls from the North Pole.
Okay.
And then it's just a form you fill out and hit submit.
Oh, perfect.
And then it gets, we get your information. And the only stipulation on this is it has to be local call.
Okay.
Just because, you know, Santa's got to be able to call because he comes down here and his elves come down here, and we kind of
He's
coordinate
got to make
that.
a lot.
So
He's got to make a lot of calls that night. I know you call hundreds of kids that night. I know
That's
we have
correct.
a lot of elves that are helping Santa that night to make those calls.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's always great because Santa does talk to each and every kid who fills out the form, and it's amazing that Santa has an idea of what these kids want for Christmas.
Yeah,
it's amazing, isn't it?
It is. It's fun to watch. It's fun to be a part of it.
Yeah.
All we do at Parks and Rec is just get the information to provide, so that here's the information, here's the phone call. So it's a lot of fun. It's real exciting.
So go ahead, log onto the website, as Russell said, playdanvilleva.com. Go ahead and fill out that form if you're a parent at home, and Santa will be giving you a call. And what is the date? That's December the 18th?
That's right.
Okay.
He'll make all the phone calls December 18th, about 5:30 to 8:30.
Yeah.
We just wanted to give the parents a heads up to make sure their kids are near the phone.
Right, yeah.
And we also hard copy forms are going with the schools this week, so there'll be plenty of chances to sign up, but we don't want to miss anybody.
Right.
So go ahead and get signed up. And we only have Santa for a few hours, because once he's done, he's got to go on up and call somebody else from another place.
And I just thought about this when I was talking to Russell. I haven't even talked to Russell about this, but if you're at home and you have your iPhone, your video camera, and you get a call from Santa that night on December the 18th, film it. Send it to Russell. We may put it on our Facebook page or do something with that video. We may use it on River City TV, because to see the reaction, I do it with my kids every year, to see the reaction. I have a 6-year-old, my 11-year-old as well, Dylan and Madison, but to see their reaction when they get that call from Santa, it is priceless. So I'd like to see some of those videos. What do you think,
Oh,
Russell?
yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see some of those.
Yeah, I think it'd be neat.
A few times we've been able to get Santa to agree to put the children on speakerphone so we can hear along, and it's just amazing, and it'll make you cry just about every time.
Oh, I know it. So send us those videos. You can log on to rivercitytv.org. My email address is there, and we may do something fun with those videos.
Oh, yeah,
if we
that'd
get
be great.
some in.
That'd be absolutely great.
That'd be a neat idea. But well, Russell, after that, we've got a brand new event, and we've been promoting this a lot on River City TV, so our viewers might have heard a little bit about it, but it is a holiday light show. This is something brand new for the city of Danville. It's going to take place in Blue Park. It's going to be a drive-through light show through the park. Tell me a little bit about how this is going to work. This is the first time we've had something of this nature in the city.
Sure. Like you said, it's a first-year event, and basically what we did is we put it out there to the community and said, hey, we'd like to do a light show.
Right.
Light shows are very expensive to purchase all the equipment to put on, so we asked the community for help. And we had several members of the community say, hey, I'll put up a display.
Great.
So what we did is we went in Blue Park, and we made sure that we could get power, and we had members of the community, and they're doing it now, building displays, and it could be everything from, right now we have a lawnmower being pulled by some reindeer with a snowman sitting in it.
Awesome.
That our maintenance guys did, and then there's all kinds of stuff, and I'm not really sure what people are building, so I'm excited to see what comes out.
And this is going to it's going to run for quite an extended period of time, right? It's the 15th through the
27th.
The 27th. So you're going to
correct.
have plenty of time to come and experience this, and you'll actually be able to drive through Blue Park, and it's going to cost $7 for car, and how much for van? Or
$7 per vehicle.
It's per vehicle, $7 per
correct.
vehicle.
No tour buses, because we have to have a sharp turnaround, so we can't handle that. But
All right. And so as we mentioned, this is the first time we've tried something like this here in the city of Danville. So we would love for you to come out and see all the great displays that will be on hand that time. And if you're watching this at home, and it's the first part of December, before the 10th, I believe Russell told me before we went on the air, and you'd like to take part in this event and build a display, there's still time to do that. So you can give Parks and Recreation a call, I guess out here at the Welcome Center.
That's correct.
793-4636, and they'll be glad to give you the information about how to create one of these displays, because there really is no limit to what you can do, right? There's some restrictions.
The only rule is no blow-ups, just because
Okay.
we didn't want to have all the generators running.
Sure.
But yeah, it can be store-bought, it can be handmade, it can be a part of your display from your house you just wanted to bring out. This is whatever your imagination can come up with.
And I think the great part about this holiday light show, it's going to be what the community makes it. Because if they get involved and they make the displays and make them magical, this event can be very successful, and we could really continue to see it grow here in the city of Danville. So We want citizens at home to get involved. If you have a youth group or a civic organization that would like to get involved in the community somehow, this would be a great way to do it, because I could see this growing for many years to come, being a staple holiday program here in the community. But we have to have community support to get it done. So if you're watching this at home and it is before the 10th of December, we'd like to see you get involved, because we've got some, I think we've got some organizations that have already stepped up to the plate that are going to build some displays. As we mentioned, Parks and Recreation will have a display on hand. So it's going to be a fun time. And I know we've got some nonprofits that will be working the gate, and you're actually splitting the gate money with those nonprofits, right?
That's correct. We have several organizations that have said, we can't build a display, but we'd like to help. So they'll get a portion of the proceeds, and we'll publish which organizations or which night. So, if your grandkids' softball team is doing it, you'll know which night you come, and the money that you pay to get in, most of it will go to those organizations helping us run the show.
Okay, and so we mentioned those dates. The dates again are.
It's the 15th through the 27th.
And that is every day from the 15th through the 27th. It will be open, and I guess from dusk until about 10 o'clock.
It's 6 to 9.
6 to 9.
Every
okay,
day
great.
except, and then there's one weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we'll be open till 10.
Open till 10 on the weekend. All right. Well, that's wonderful. It's great to see something new and exciting here in the community. I hope it goes very well. And again, if you want to get involved, you can call the Welcome Center at 793-4636. Well, Russell, I really appreciate you taking the time to join us today. It's always great to have you on What's Up Danville to promote the great things that's going on within Parks and Recreation. And again, the holiday season is always packed full, and we kind of just scratched the surface. These are just some of the major events that we have during the month of December. But again, if you want to pick up the City Kernsboro brochure, log on to playdanvilleva.com. There's a lot of other great events that are taking part during the month of December, centered around the holidays that you can take part in. So, Russell, I really appreciate you joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me, Mike.
And we want to thank the individuals at the Welcome Center for hosting us today. The beautiful Christmas tree here behind us. I know a local garden club always comes out and decorates that tree every year for them, and it made for a great backdrop for this week's show. So appreciate all the assistance with the Welcome Center for this week's show. So again, Russell, thanks for joining us, and thank you at home for watching. Until next week, have a great day.